What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tonyd2wild checking in once again, back in the building today, guys, with another edition of Got 'em Early. Woo! Now, before we get into this, I wanted to go through a couple of other shoes that are coming up. One in particular that passed, we're going to be quick on it, but I wanted to make this kind of also fire upcoming Jordan releases of March, because February just passed. It was a humongous month, and March, people are a little asleep about it. I mean, it's not nowhere near how big February was, but it is not something to sleep on. So without further ado, let's get straight into it and let's get it cracking. First things first, we already seen these release. I'm not going to talk too much about them, but they did release on March 1st. And these sold way better than a lot of people thought. Like, they sold out and are currently sitting on sites for $300 right about now. They kind of came out of nowhere. There was a lot of pairs. It was not a limited release, but the demand was hot. And we know the 12s to be a hood classic. Mix that in with a black and red shoe. It's only a matter of time that we see this do the way it did. And I'm not surprised at all. We got the Jordan 5 Grapes coming soon, and the Jordan 4 White Cement, which will both be, I think, similar type of release feelings. So keep that in mind and keep your guards up as we continue to go in further on in this year, because I think that those are going to do more, like the same if not better, especially the 4s. The 4s might go banana dick. Y'all remember that one? Y'all remember banana dick? We gotta bring that one back. With that said, if you want to check it out, the review on that is live. There are pairs floating around in some sizes here and there. A lot of the boutiques still got some sizes, but for the most part, those things are pretty much gazon. You know, like you'll probably find like a 7Y or something floating around. Next up, guys, by the time you see this video, the Got 'em Early is already up. The review should be up as well. The Bike Air, these are the Nigel Jordan 4 brick by brick. So yeah, guys, we are dropping the review on this ASAP Rocky, and this of course is releasing on March 14th for a retail price point of $225. Literally brick by brick. That is a lot of what the theme is built upon. Go and check out the full in-depth review on this sneaker, but this will be probably one of the more hype releases of March. We did have a very big hype release for the Jordan 12, and a lot of people were able to get their hands on this. This is going to be the hype beast, the people that get mad, the sneakers L and all the above sneaker, where the resellers delights are going to come in and go stupid off of this particular release. I put them on in 2 sets of laces because that's how they came. They came with a cell set as well as a red. Go check out the full-on in-depth review on this bad boy, because you're not going to want to miss it. These are fire. It is what it is. Call me a hype beast. I don't give a damn. And then next up, we got something coming in. This is coming in actually later on, near the end of the month, and a variant of a sneaker that we've seen before, the Jordan 1 Low Obsidian. The Jordan 1 Obsidian is set to release on March 22nd. The retail price point on this one is going to be $140. Now, this particular pair, as you can see, is a 5Y, so it is a youth version. We will be getting a men's size to give you guys that full-on in-depth review, but we've seen this sneaker release as a high-top version first. The Jordan 1 Obsidian, which released back in 2019. Fast forward, we now have the Obsidian in a low version dropping, and I think that for the most part, ones are still not ready to be sitting at the top like they once were. I still feel like people are going to be very picky, and we might still see one sit. It's, even though we had a big, the black toes ended up doing fairly well for the most part. We know the Jordan 185 high breads did well as well. Besides that, off the top of my dome, besides of course the Union, this is going to be one of the first Jordans that released as a, I guess, typical inline, no special release, just more standard Jordan 1. And if I can think off the top of my dome, feel free to correct me, but the first Jordan 1 low that I can think off the top of my dome as well. So I just had to go and look to confirm, right? Because I know like I'm talking and I was going to get corrected, and I would have had. Now I can, you know, correct myself. There was a Jordan 1 low Year of the Snake that dropped in January, because in general, like that month of January was very quiet. If you guys remember, it was a very quiet month of January overall. We did get the Black Cat 3, and that was pretty much like the thing that popped it off. But besides the Black Cat 3, there really wasn't anything else that kind of left a mark. It was us waiting for what was to come in February that I think kind of popped things off. With that said, one of the first Jordan 1 lows that dropped, and one that really doesn't have any special type of name, or I mean, I guess you could say the fact that it's an obsidian low, but it's not like a Year of the Snake. It's not like an 85 low royal or a Jordan 185 bread. It's just a obsidian that released back in 2019. Now we're seeing it release as a low top version moving forward. And I don't know if it's because these are youth, but I like the shape of this overall more than how Jordan 1 lows have been recently. I don't know, it has almost like that very good overall cut. Materials look nice as well. Once again, this is a GS version, so I'm only expecting the men's pair to look even better, but we'll just have to wait and see. When we get these in, we'll do a full-on in-depth review on them. But I don't expect too much from this shoe, like as far as like the talks for the most part. Last but not least, of course, the reason why I'm here and we're here, a classic that I've been waiting to see come back, the Jordan 9 Cool Gray. The Jordan 9 Cool Gray is set to release on March 15th for a retail price point of $210. Now, I owned a previous pair. I actually grabbed a pair at round 2 a couple years back. Got it for like a nice steal. It was a pair from I think 2012. It held up fairly well for the most part. It was in good shape. But once I heard that these were coming back in 2025, I wanted to sell those. I sold them for a pretty decent price over on Tonyd2wild's Closet. And I'm going to be picking up these bad boys right here. The quality on these, for the most part, are very, very nice. And they remind me a lot of the same exact quality and shape, form, and all that went into the Jordan 9 Olive that we got not that long ago as well. So if you got the Olive, just know that you'll be getting pretty much a very similar cut, the overall thickness of the tongue, everything that the Olive had that was good and bad, which doesn't really have any bad, but all that comes along with this shoe as well. Very nice and snug. Wearing an 8.5, it fits like an 8.5. Overall, just know when it comes to the 9, it does have that inner sock booty that makes the shoe very snug for the most part. And it takes a little bit of, squeezing in to get, but it's a good overall nice lockdown. Air Jordan 9 Retro on the box. It says medium cool gray on the box as well, size 8.5. And these are 210. It's a little up there, man. I ain't gonna lie, It's gonna keep going up and up. The 9s are going for 210. I think that these will do well. I'm not too sure if this is a instant sellout. The Olives did fairly well, but currently they're sitting my size if I want to go and get another pair, which I wouldn't, but just stating, it's going for 163. After fees and all that, I'll probably be at right around 180, so slightly below retail. I think that these will perform well for the most part, and even if they don't sell out, there'll be a majority sellout, and those lingering sizes may go on sale in a month and then get picked up. I don't see this going like stupid below retail. It's a very classic colorway that released back in 2002. Jordan actually wore these. These are one of the last retro colorways that he actually wore, because he wore these on the Wizards as well. These alongside with the Jordan 11 Cool Gray, and these have always been a very sleeper like shoe to me personally. Like, I've always loved the Cool Gray 9s. I'm a fan of the 9s in general, even though it's a shoe that Jordan, when it initially released, he didn't play in that shoe on the court. However, moving on into, of course, when he played with the Wizards, the 9s finally hit the actual court, in his foot at least. Not saying others weren't wearing it, but the Jordan 9, of course, released while he was playing baseball, so it was a different time. They did make cleat versions, though, that were pretty dope as well. But with that said, these are releasing next week, 210. I think these are gonna be pretty nice overall. Like I stated before, I don't see these like flying off or selling out, going on a frenzy, but I wouldn't be surprised if they sell out. I wouldn't also be surprised if 75, 80% of the stock is gone and we're, you know, people are picking up maybe here and there, getting them on sale. But with that said, regardless of the fact, I'm picking them up the day of release because this is a grail of mine and I've already owned it. I'm gonna go and own it again. Yeah, call me crazy. I sold my last pair. See, people like, why y'all keep buying the same shoe? Well, if you're selling the old shoe and getting the new, you're just you know, you're just re-ing up. You're just re-ing up on the new. You feel me? I don't see the problem with that at the end of the day. But yeah, classic shoe coming back next week, March 15th. These are on the 14th. So this is on Friday and this is on Saturday. So keep that in mind as well. Reviews on these and review on this will be dropping ASAP Rocky. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm gonna see y'all on the next one, all right? It's your boy, Tonyd2wild. I'm checking in. I'm checking out. Peace.